Blessings to you on this Good Friday. I would invite you, if you have not done so far, to take some time today to read the Passion account found in St. John's Gospel. Or you may, at some point, be watching a live streaming of the Good Friday service. I wanted to take this opportunity to offer a reflection for Good Friday. There's a story told of a man who walked into a cross shop. Yes, a cross shop. He complained to the owner of that shop that his cross was way too heavy and it was way too rough. He desperately wanted a new one. And so the owner of the shop began to bring out various crosses. This gentleman tried them all out. Each one was unsatisfactory. One was too long, another was too short, another one was, again, way too rough. Oh, that one, that's too smooth. Oh no, I could never carry that one, it's way too heavy. And this, it's way too light. He said, let me look at some of the other crosses. And so the owner showed him. And he said, you choose which one you want. And he picked up the cross that he wanted, and he said, this feels just right. I can't believe it. I have found the cross that I feel I can carry. The owner looked at him and said, sir, that's the cross you brought into this store to replace. He had picked up his own cross that he had brought into the store to replace. The shop owner informed him that that was the cross he brought in. Can you and I, and many of you know that as I preach, I also preach to myself. I do not exempt myself from this question. Can you and I see the cross or crosses that we bear as a blessing? And yes, all of us are certainly bearing a cross at this time throughout the world, not just in our own small community of Du Bois, or not just within our Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, not just in the United States, but throughout the world, we are carrying the cross of COVID-19. Not only that cross, but what comes as a result of it, the shutdowns that have taken place, those who have been placed on unemployment. And now we learn today that in our own Commonwealth, our schools are closed for the rest of this academic year. And many, many other places and people have been affected. Is this cross unbearable for you? Is it unbearable for me? Are you discouraged? Are you depressed by the weight of this cross, of COVID-19 and of this quarantine and social distancing that has been literally imposed upon us? Or maybe you are handling it well. I will confess to you that earlier today, I did have somewhat of an interior meltdown. I was struggling with the fact that we cannot have public masses. I was struggling with the fact that we can't come and go as you and I are so accustomed to doing. I was struggling with the fact that people don't want to be close to one another. I understand all of that, but it's new and strange for every one of us, and it is certainly a cross that you and I are called to bear at at this time. But let's not forget what this Good Friday is all about. It's about the transforming power of suffering love. Yes, sisters and brothers, the transforming power of suffering love. This cross that stands before us today is two pieces of wood. There's the vertical piece and the horizontal piece. The vertical piece represents God's love for every one of us. And the horizontal piece represents God's call for us to love one another. And there are two horizontal arms on this cross. In other words, two ways for us to love one another. One is through relationships, which, yes, we struggle with at this point in time because of this lockdown. The second is through service. And even though we may not be able to be of service to one another physically, we can do so spiritually at this time. On this Good Friday, let us lift up each other in prayer. That is our service today for the world. Yes, there are many ways that have complicated to live the message of the cross today. But that just as Jesus embraced his cross of long ago, you and I are called to embrace this cross of the today, and to balance in our lives the love of God and the love of one another. In the midst of this pandemic, let us pray for a stronger faith in the power of our God's love for each of us. And mindful then of God's love for us, let us respond in kind through loving relationships and loving service to one another. For by the wood of the cross, Christ has healed us all. God bless you. May God continue to give you the strength to bear the cross in whatever shape or fashion it may come to you. Have a blessed Good Friday. Amen.